Hi creatives, it's Claire from Write Accounts, and in this video I am going to share with you 5 signs that to me say you have outgrown your bookkeeping spreadsheet. So if you're wondering if you have outgrown your bookkeeping spreadsheet, you're probably wondering, is there something better? Is there something easier? Or is there something quicker out there in the world? And today's blog is really the signs that you need to scale up your bookkeeping tools. If you're already using a bookkeeping software, either online or desktop installed, you might still find some of the points in here relatable. But these really are the signs that you probably should be looking for an alternative to your spreadsheet. There are obviously some amazing spreadsheets out there, but there's also some less than average ones. And unless you're a spreadsheet guru, you may not realize which category your spreadsheet falls into. So let's dive into the 5 signs that show you probably need to look for an alternative. So the first one is you are entering data manually. Now there's no way to get around entering some data manually. There really are some things you just cannot automate or streamline. So things like preparing an invoice. You're going to have to prepare an invoice. There's no way to download the information from your brain into a software or a spreadsheet. But there are lots of ways that we can automate. So we can autofill data, for example, on expenses. We can use bank transactions. We can really put into place the data that already exists and use that to our benefit. So if you're entering every single transaction manually into your software, then a free and simple bookkeeping software would probably save you some time and also reduce some of the potential around human errors. So that's a really good one. The second sign is the functions are all manual. So if your sheet doesn't have automated reports on totals, on how much income you made, how much you spent on expenses, what the profit is, then you're really not going to be getting that automated information processed by category and the ability to break down this information into various time periods, months, quarters, even just looking at what your Christmas rush was. It's really, really useful information for your business. And this really is something that pretty much all bookkeeping softwares do. You just have to tell the software exactly what it is you want to report on. So if you have very little or very limited reporting that isn't helping you make business decisions, that really is sign number 2. Then the third sign is you have to rework the content, the data, for lots of different purposes. So if you're having to create a different spreadsheet for your accountant, or a different thing for tracking your cost of goods sold, or a different thing for knowing how many sales you've made from a particular channel like markets, then this piecemeal approach really does create significant inefficiencies in your process. And then in bookkeeping software, if you look at it, most of them will bring together both those financial functions with the right software. And you could even, track your inventory, track your profit on each project, track your profit on each revenue stream, really as kind of almost a standard, like maybe not inventory in the free one, but there are options out there that can do that for you. The fourth sign is it really only does one thing. So by this I mean it really only has one purpose, or it really only has one functionality. So it's only good for your invoicing, or it's only good for tracking expenses, or it's only good for tracking how much maybe time and expenses you've spent on creating a product. Because you'll find that bookkeeping softwares have that full functionality of bookkeeping that will really help you save time in the long run. And there's also lots more options built into that bookkeeping. So all your data will be in one place, so you can do some really interesting reports. You won't have to piece together information from different places, and you only have to remember how to log in and use one system as opposed to lots of different systems. Then the last reason, and honestly the best one I've ever heard, is that if I have to look at this sheet one more time, and you can finish the sentence, I'm sure, that this doesn't have to apply to just a spreadsheet. If something is giving you the serious bad vibes, then please make a change if you can. If you can't face looking at a particular software's logo, or a particular interface, or a particular color, just because of the connotations that brings up for you and it makes you want to cry, then you have the power, hopefully, to change it. Stop pushing against yourself. Do yourself a favor, give yourself a break, and if you have the time, the inclination and the resources to change to a new system, then that's what you should do. Especially if this means it will get you back to bookkeeping, because then it will be extremely worthwhile, in my opinion. So, do you even have a spreadsheet? If you're still doing this on paper or you're botching together different systems, hello invoicing in a word processing document, digital receipts, paper receipts, email receipts, somewhere everything's stored, you could seriously upgrade your business by switching to an all-in-one bookkeeping solution. So basically a bookkeeping software. Doesn't have to cost the earth. There are free options and there are also easy options so that you know you can do it. If you want somebody to guide you through the process, then let's have a chat about my 1 month VIP program, where we go through setting up a bookkeeping software and you learning how to make that software work for your requirements within the system. We work on your pricing or your inventory management, and we figure out a cash flow plan to help you make sure you have enough to pay yourself and to pay the ATO. Book a free chat and I will include a link to that in the description. It's currently $425 and we get together 4 times in the month and you walk away knowing exactly what needs to be done and when. If you've enjoyed the video, I appreciate likes and comments. If you have questions, you can always subscribe to the channel and you can get notifications for when these videos come out. Until next time, I hope to see you in another video.